It is time now for the Patriot Channel 5 o'clock news on this Wednesday evening, June 17th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins out here. 5 o'clock news at 9. There on this Wednesday evening here, June 17th. Top story at 5 o'clock. Here is Defense Secretary Ashton B. Carter on Wednesday defended the U.S. military drone training program for Iraqi troops, but acknowledged that the government in Baghdad had provided thousands of fuel recruits that are expected to need to take on. In New York, in a ruling that could significantly raise costs for ride-hailing companies like Uber and Lyft, the California Labor Commission ruled this week that a driver who had filed a complaint against Uber Technology was an employee, not an independent. U.S. stocks ended slightly higher, following a choppy session on Wednesday after the Federal Reserve said the U.S. economy is likely strong enough to withstand an interest rate hike later this year. Police officers shoot dead a tiger at that Philly mall on a man after an escape from a flooded zoo in the Georgian capital of Tbilisi. In Świnoujście, Poland, NATO's top commander said on Wednesday that Russia's announcement it was adding 40 new intercontinental ballistic missiles to its nuclear arsenal was not the kind of behavior expected of a responsible nuclear power. Muslims with type 2 diabetes who choose to fast during Ramadan may benefit from individualized education programs, according to findings presented this month at the annual meeting of the American Diabetes Association in Boston. Al-Qaeda in Yemen executed 2 studies of spying for the U.S. and Syria. Rebels launch offensive to Syrian Golan Heights. And ex-Turkish President Demirel dies in hospital. California engineers investigated a balcony collapse that killed 6 people and injured 7 others, say water damage may have caused the structure to give way. In New York, a female prison worker in custody for helping 2 upstate New York inmates escape had plotted the convicts to have her husband killed, prosecutors said on Wednesday. Frankfurt, the European Central Bank, faces a tough choice as acrimonious talks between Greece and its lenders push the country closer to the default strictly apply. Its lending rate rules and risk matters worse or keep money flowing to the Greek banks. In Detroit, South Korean auto brands Hyundai Motor Company and Kia Motor Corporation took the top marks in the U.S. survey of vehicle quality. Best in Germany's Rebel scores fell below the industry average for the first time in 29 years. San Francisco Oracle shares plunge after quarterly earnings, and revenue fell short of Wall Street expectations. Oracle, like other companies, blamed a strong dollar eating in overseas sales. In Rome, human water use is second by around a third of the world's largest underground water basins at an alarming rate, with a potential risky consequence for farmers and other consumers, researchers said. Don't let your lack of sunscreen spots burn you up this summer. Our new survey in JAMA Dermatology shows that most people lack important sun protection knowledge and don't understand much of what's written on lotion labels. Study finds that Ebola virus mutated slower than the first part is. More and more states are legalizing marijuana. Recreational marijuana is illegal in 4 states. 23 states in the District of Columbia have laws that legalize marijuana in some form, and other states have taken an action to decriminalize possession. Researchers at Dundee University have discovered a new compound which could treat malaria while protecting people from the disease and preventing its spread all in a single dose. Taking a look at stock market report here at 503. Dow closed 79.35.34, up 31.26. SP 500 2100.44, up 4.15. Nasdaq 5064.88, up 9.33. European markets here. The DAX closed 10978.01, down 66. FTSE 68.55, down 29.55. CAC 40 4790.62, down 49.24. Asian markets here. Nikkei 2219.27, down 38.67. Shanghai 4968.50, up 81.07. Oil markets here, 59 and 3/4, down 22 cents, Brent 63.70, unchanged, natural gas 2.846%, down 48,000 a point. And gold markets here, 1184.5, up 3.60, silver 16.10, up 135,000 a point, and copper 2.6135, down 2,000 a point. Bonds, US 10 unit 2.3183%, up 2,000 a point, German 10 unit 0.812%, down 2,000 a point, and Germany's 10 unit 0.50%, up 16,000 a point. And FX here. European US dollar 1.134, up 5,000 a point. US dollar Japanese yen 123.38, down 3 cents. And Great Bear Pot US dollar 1.5831 up 1,000 points. Take a look at commodities here. And agriculture futures on the wheat 491.5 up 2 3/4. Soybean 966.5 up 9. Corn 359.50 up 5.5. Sugar 11.38 up 7 cents. Coffee 129.35 down $2.65. Cotton 64.30 down 13 cents. Rough rice 9.73 down 7 cents. And cocoa 3,220 down 14. Livestock futures live cattle 150.75 down 475,000 points. Lean hogs 77.85 up 70 cents. And FD cattle 225.225 up 375,000 points. Looking at New England Insults, Queens, New York, barricade suspect. Subject, Jamaica Avenue at 172nd Street. ESU activated for an armed barricaded subject. VHL News Time, 5:06, it is time now for sports here. Cleveland saw that certainly the best basketball player on planet, having just put in one of the great performances in NBA playoff history, slipped to the post-game sleep as red-eye shut by a rim of a handsome Hamburg. The Boston Red Sox square off against Atlanta Braves in the first of the 2-game series down in Atlanta. The Chicago Blackhawks post for as the parade route expands by the city. VHL News Time's now 5:06, and it's time for a travel report here on this. Wednesday, 295 in the northbound side, so from Route 37 all the way out to Route 12 in Providence. 295 on the southbound side, so from Route 6 to Route 14 in Johnston. 95 on the southbound side is so from Branch Avenue all the way out to Route 37 in Cranston from Providence here. 95 northbound side is so from 37 in Cranston all the way out to downtown Providence here. 195 on the westbound side, it is so from East Providence all the way out to downtown Providence doing an excellent route. 195 westbound side after Route 44 in Providence here. To the 95 northbound side, so from Route 37 to Route 12 in Cranston here. 95 on the southbound side, so from Warwick all the way out to Route 4 in East Greenwich here. 146 slow on both ends before Route 99 in Lincoln, North Smithfield area here. 95 on the southbound side, it is slow from 140 in Foxborough all the way out to Route 295 in Albert. The Mexicans get an accident. 95 southbound before 295 in Albert, so expect some delays around that area. 495 on the southbound side, it's slow after Route 1A and went from all the way out to before 140 in Mansfield here. 24 on the southbound side, it is slow from 495 to 44 in Raynham here. 95 on the southbound side, slow from 128 in Kenton all the way out to Naponton Street in Norwood here. 24 on the southbound side, it's slow from 128 in Randolph all the way out to before Route 27 in Brockton, Braintree splits. Slow on both ends here. Route 3 south, so from the split to Union Street. Route 3 on the Route 120 on the southbound side. It is so from Lexington all the way out to Braintree split here. Stop and go traffic here. From Lexington to Britain, and then slow go on 128 from 95 in Canton all the way to the Braintree split. On 128.7, northbound 128 south from the Braintree split to Route 24 in Randolph here. 120, we got an accident on Propel Road in Waltham, so expect some delays around that area as 120 northbound heads south from Waltham all the way up into Reading here. 127 south for the Burleson stretch. Mass Bagel on the westbound side is south from Logan Airport in Boston all the way out to the Prue Tunnel, and then you hit the brakes again on Mass Bagel on the westbound side. From the Austin Branton Toll to Framingham on Route 9, we got an accident in Mass Pike in the eastbound side around the Austin Branton Toll, so expecting delays in our areas. Mass Pike eastbound slow from Austin Branton to Logan Airport. Southeast Express in the southbound side is slow from the Mass Pike on the Braintree split on the southbound side. We had a couple of accidents on Southeast Express in the northbound side before 203. Southeast Express in the northbound side, so from Quincy all the way out to the Mass Pike here. 93 on the northbound side, so from Boston all the way up into Bedford. 93 southbound side, so from Somerville to Boston here. 120 on the southbound side, so from 97 in Beverly all the way up to 114 in Peabody here. In Worcester, 290 on the westbound side is sold for 190. The Route 122 in Worcester got an accident on 290 westbound near Route 122 in Worcester here. 195 on the southbound side sold from Route 30 westbound to Mass Bank in Westbury here. Route 3 on the northbound side is sold from 120 in Burlington all the way up in the Bill Record, then hit break again from 495 in Chelmsford all the way up before Route 40 in Chelmsford here. 495 on the northbound side is sold from 119 in Littleton, doing an accident around 495. That's all the way up to 213 in Methuen here. 495 on the westbound. Southbound side is sold from 20 in Andover all the way up to Chelmsford here. 93 on the northbound side also before 120 in Redden here. 93 on the northbound side also around Route 129 in Redden, and then it breaks again from 125 in North Andover all the way up to 110 in Lawrence there. Up in New Hampshire, Everett Turnpike also in the Merrimack stretch. 93 on the northbound side so from Salem, New Hampshire all the way up in the Windham, New Hampshire here. We got an accident 93 on the southbound side after 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire, so expect some delays around that area here. 95 on the southbound side also around Route 101 in Northampton, New Hampshire. On the way up to 101 west from 95 south, slow. Up in Northampton, New Hampshire, at 95 Main Turnpike in the northbound side, also up in New York section here. And take a look at MBTA alerts here. Silver Line SL4 experiencing minor delays due to traffic, and Silver Line SL5 experiencing minor delays due to traffic here. On the conveyor rail. It's looking good in the ferry's off. Smooth sailing. Fair telling us time. 5:11. Time now for weather report on this Wednesday evening. And it was delightful days. Beautiful sun. Low humidity. Accommodation of a beautiful day today. Right now, Kirkadation here in Not Massachusetts at 512. 70 degrees on temperature fair sky. Humidity 32%. Wind speed east about 5 miles per hour. Barometer 3.13 inches. Super about 39 degrees. Visibility 10 miles an hour here. Alright, let's take a look at other temperatures around the region here. 65 degrees in Boston. It's 68 out in Beverly and Gloucester. 73 in Bedford. 74 in Pittsburgh. 70 in Worcester. 72 in Sturbridge. 75 in Milford. It's 71 in Norwood. 70 in Taunton. 66 in New Bedford. It's 66 in Plymouth. 64 in Provincetown and Chatham. 63 in Falmouth. 61 in Cape Cod Bay. 65 in Mossbury. 61 in Nantucket. 70 in Smithfield and Providence. It's 68 in Westerly. 64 in Balkan. It's 73 in New York City. 71 in Islip. It's 67 in Montauk. 73 in Bridgeport. 70 in New Haven. It's 74 in Dunbury, 73 in Waterbury, 77 in Meriden, it's 75 in Hartford, 73 in Woodlock, 73 in Springfield, it's 76 in Greenfield, 72 in Nassau, Massachusetts, 73 in Northampton, 71 in Pittsfield, it's 74 in Albany, New York, 77 in Glens Falls, New York, it's 72 in Bennington and Rutland, Vermont, 73 in Brown, Vermont, 72 in Kingman, Hampshire, 73 in Devon, Hampshire, 76 in Lebanon, Hampshire, 73 in Lockwood, Hampshire, 76 in Concord, Hampshire, 77 in Manchester, Hampshire, 75 in Nashville, Hampshire, 82 in Portsmouth, Hampshire, and 72 in Portland, Maine. Here, take a look at the surface map here, and it shows a cold front from eastern British Columbia, stretching in Montana, and then up in the Manitoba and northern Ontario. Measured with a warm front from northwestern portion of Quebec. Here, a cold front from Idaho, stretching in the Rockies, and then for the plains, and up in Iowa. Merged with a stationary front from Iowa, down for the Ohio Valley, stretching in Virginias and North Carolinas, and a cold front from eastern North Carolina at the sea. Further away from western Utah down for southern Nevada down for Arizona. Another further away with a low pressure from north central California down for central California. And a further away from Minnesota. And a further away from central British Columbia down for eastern Washington with low pressure right there. Low pressure from southern Wyoming down for southwestern Minnesota. And southern Indiana, we got high pressure in Yellowstone Valley, the Dakotas, northern Michigan, off the Florida coast, and upstate New York here. And southern Colorado, around the Four Corner region here. And low pressure in northeastern Texas. 72 degrees, that temperature right now in Detroit, 69 in Pittsburgh, 82 in Washington, D.C., 93 in Atlanta, 89 in Brownsville, Texas, 77 in Dallas, Texas. It is 83 in Kansas City, 67 in Chicago, 72 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 78 in Great Falls, Montana, 66 in Seattle, 65 in San Francisco, 67 in Los Angeles, 104 in Las Vegas, 110 in Phoenix, 80 in Salt Lake City, 78 in Denver, 86 in Albuquerque, New Mexico here, and Miami, Florida, 88 degrees here. Take a look at Radar situation here, and it shows some spotty rain showers and storms from Pennsylvania, stretching it on for Florida and stretching through the Appalachians and down for the mid-south region. And these are the remnants of Bill from Texas up into Oklahoma and down for western Louisiana, down for southwestern Arkansas, and some raining around Missouri. Spotty showers and storms from north central Iowa and up into Minnesota and up into northwestern portions of Wisconsin, up into European Michigan here. And some spotty rain showers around the 25 corridor from Colorado down through New Mexico down for north central Mexico here. And northeastern portions of Mexico here. And a line of rain showers from central British Columbia down from southern Alberta, down from Montana, up into southern Saskatchewan, up into Manitoba, down for western portions of Ontario. And this is the latest on Bill here. Now, lots and lots of rain. Northwest of Dallas and stretching it down for central Oklahoma, down for southeastern Oklahoma City. And southeastern Oklahoma down for southwestern Arkansas, down for Louisiana, down for Texas here. And take a look at the satellite loop here. And it's rain from British Columbia stretching up to Montana, 7 Alberta, and southwest of Saskatchewan, and up into 7 Manitoba, down western Ontario. Satellite loop here, and it shows a line of clouds from southern New England stretching it down through the Great Lakes and down from Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, down for Kansas, Oklahoma, down for Texas here. And a line of clouds around Nevada, down for East Central California, and a line of clouds from 25. Interstate 25 from Colorado down for New Mexico, and spotted clouds from north central Iowa, Idaho down for Montana. Line of clouds coming from British Columbia, stretching up into northern Ontario here, and patchy clouds from northeastern Michigan down for Ontario, down for Quebec here, and extreme northern portions of Maine here. Patchy clouds around Oregon here. All right, the latest on Bill here. Now, a remnants of Bill and a center of tropical depression Bill moving over to Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area as of 5 p.m. right now here, and location 32.8 to the north, 97.4 to the west, about 5 miles, 8 kilometers northwest of Fort Worth, Texas. Maximum sustained winds 30 miles per hour. Present movement northwest around 335 degrees to 7 miles per hour, 12 kilometers an hour. Minimum central pressure 1,001 millibars or 29.56 inches here. Watches and warnings. Flash flood warnings are now in effect for the ports of both the eastern half of Texas and southern Oklahoma. Flash flood watches, flood warnings, and flood advisory are effect over the much of eastern Texas, the eastern half of Oklahoma, and northeastward across the Mid-Mississippi Valley into the parts of the Midwestern Ohio Valley. At 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. our time, 21 UTC, the center of Bill was located near latitude 32.8 to the north and longitude 97.4 to the west. Tropical depression Bill continues to move northeast westward across North Texas into the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area. Bill continues to maintain a well-defined cyclonic circulation with healthy rain band structures north of the center, which winds gusted up to 35 miles have been reported. Every band of rain are slowly moving in front of the deep South Texas and southeastern Texas, where some of the current flash warnings are in effect. Bill is expected to be gradually turned towards the northeast later this evening and to the northeast on Thursday. This motion will be bringing the center of Bill across southern Oklahoma on Wednesday night and southern Missouri on Friday. Bill is expected to gradually weaken over the next few days. Max sustained winds in the area 30 miles an hour, 48 kilometers an hour with higher gusts. Minimum central pressure 1,001 millibars or 29.56 inches. Hazard rain Bill's expected to produce total rain accumulations of 4 to 8 inches over the northern Texas and eastern Oklahoma and 3 to 6 inches over western Arkansas and southern Missouri. Isolated maximum amounts of 12 inches are possible in Texas and Oklahoma. This rain may produce light threatening flash floods in Canal, Texas, 11.77 inches. El Campo, Texas, 8.57 inches. Saley, Texas, 8.09 inches. And Jacinto, 7.06 inches. And San Felipe, 6.15 inches. Corpus Christi at 6.14 inches here. And Houston and Continental got 2.51 inches. And Fort Worth, 2.34 inches. Wow, that Texas got hit with floodings. Unfortunately, they are having more. All right, now Okay, this is post-tropical cyclone Clarks. Central location 24.2 to the north, 105.6 to the west. Max sustained winds 30 miles an hour. Movement northwest winds 7 miles an hour. Here. Clarks becomes a remnant low, and this is the last advisory. And there are no close watch warnings in effect. At 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. our time, the center of post-tropical cyclone Carl was located near latitude 20.2 to the north, longitude 105.6 to the west. The post-tropical cyclone is moving toward the northwest near 7 miles an hour, and its general motion is expected to continue until dissipation occurs later tonight or Thursday. Maximum wind direction increasing to 30 miles an hour with higher gusts, and additional weakening is expected during the next day or so, and clouds will be forecasted to survey by Thursday. The estimated minimum central pressure is 1,008 millibars at 29.7 inches, and rainfall cost is expected to be reduced. An initial rainfall accumulation of around 1 inch across the Mexican state of Jalisco. These rains may produce life and flash floods and mudslides, especially in areas higher terrain, and surf swells associated with costs will continue to be effective coast of southwestern Mexico for tonight for some Saturday and on Thursday. These swells could cause light flooding and surf and rip currents. Please consult. Alright, take a look at forecast discussion here in the region here as seasonal temperatures and mainly dry weather continues into tomorrow. A cold frontal passage tomorrow night will yield some showers on Friday, Saturday. Look to remain dry and seasonable beneath renewed high pressure. After the pattern is anticipated by Sunday and early next week with wet weather combined with a remnants of bill. Near term until 6 a.m. Thursday morning. High pressure continues to slowly build across the region this afternoon. The weak pressure gradient as on sea breezes to push well and yielding seasonal temperatures. A fair amount of is observing associated with an upper level moisture stream connected all the way down to the remnants of tropical zone bill. Although high pressure remains in control overnight, even as it slides east convective activity connected to a pre-like MCC development near Illinois, Indiana will begin sliding east of the region within the westerly upper level still for this will make a near miss at New England according to models. NAM and some of the mesoscale guidance associated with it bring sharp QPF with its feature as far north as west Massachusetts, Connecticut, while the remainder of the guidance as it weakened and shifted will learn more heavily into this latter solution due to evidence of the whole complex warning. With a loss of the cold pool dynamics in this instability as well south of the region as well, so it's likely to steer in that direction at just some slight chance populations west Connecticut, but would not be surprised if it remains dry for southern New England here. A pleasant night with temperatures falling back in the 50s, although typically good radiators may dip back in the 40s in spite of the upper level cloud cover that may bring hanging across the area as no searing heat, mostly dry and comfy. And we will get the remnants of Bill Sunday. So those of you who are going to the Founders Day picnic here in Norton on Saturday night, no worries, Ed. You are going to have a rain-free Founders Day picnic on Saturday. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Here. For tonight. There you go. Tonight, Parkhouse got a low about 46 degrees. East wind about 6 miles coming in the evening near. Thursday, Parkhouse got about 32 degrees. Coming in 7 and 6 miles in the morning near. So that, the church showers being between midnight and 5 a.m. Parkhouse, factory fog after 5 a.m. was. Most guys got a low about 56 degrees. South with about 3 to 5 miles by just precipitation 30%. Friday, slight church showers at before 10 a.m. Factory fog before 8 a.m. was. Clouds skies by mid-morning and gradual clear with a higher 81 degrees southwest wind. 5 to 7 miles north in the afternoon, chance precipitation is 20%. Friday night, most of the skies about 50 degrees. South for about 5 miles coming in the evening. Saturday, most skies about safe for about 58 degrees. Sunday, showers are compulsory. That's why most skies have about 67 degrees. Chance precipitation 6%. Sunday night, chance showers, most skies about 64 degrees. Chance precipitation 40%. Monday, Port City, podcast about 79 about 59 degrees. Tuesday, Port City, Wood Island, 38 degrees. Tuesday night, chance showers, most skies about 59 degrees. Chance precipitation 40%. And for Wednesday, Port City, about 75 degrees. Here's what a phrase of the evening. A pleasant night and tap and a terrific first day in store. Here's have a good evening and goodbye to you at 11 o'clock. Late night report. Have a good evening and goodbye to you.